What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another anime review. This is going to be on the latest episode of Akashic Records. This is going to be on episode 4. So, yeah, I didn't expect this. So this episode was a very fun episode. Nothing like too serious happened, but it was a great episode just to see all our characters interacting and all the fun stuff that they're going through in this, in this magical world, of course. So this episode was a magic tournament episode, and it was very enjoyable to see, like the interactions, the class rivalries, everything felt well paced and just felt natural. I don't know if they rushed anything. I don't read the manga, but to me, it felt like the pacing was really good. The pacing was consistent. It wasn't too fast nor too slow, and it gave the right amount of foreshadowing and just making you guess throughout parts of the episode. That really does keep you on your feet, even with the funny and slice of life-esque moments that appear in this episode. Now, this episode is, as I said before, a Magic Tournament episode. Now, this episode is basically, if you ever watch a sports anime, they have like a big tournament arc. It's kind of like this, but this is like short. They don't go into too specific details, but they do show you snippets of a lot of things in this magic tournament that these people do for fun at this magical school, and that Glenn is teaching at. And what I like about this is that I really do like how the anime is going out of its way to, even though it's not, I don't know if the source material is like this, probably is. I mean, you don't want to spend too long on a certain thing, it gets boring, but the way that they presented it was very, refreshing and very entertaining to see the different sports being played, for the different characters that have been placed here, in order to perform their roles, perfectly. This episode also shows off that when Glenn puts his mind to something, he gets results. Now, when he's lazy, of course, he's a comical guy. Even when he's not lazy, he's pretty funny as well. But when he's in full, high gear, he gets things done. Like, he's the teacher you kind of want in your classroom, who's passionate, who's enthusiastic about his work. Something they can't say much about the public education system, and probably for the private education system, since teaching people is pretty bad and shit. I mean, have you seen the people, since I am a junior in high school, it's like, just seeing what the teachers have to put up every day, I'm surprised they didn't just walk out of class. But anyways, this episode really did put on some foreshadowing onto future characters who will show up, who do show up in the opening of the anime. So it's this purple-haired girl, I believe. I'm sort of colorblind, so I might have gotten her hair color a bit wrong. And this other guy in the opening who were wearing the same uniform that Glenn is when he was a mage of justice, and they do show up for a brief moment at the very end of this episode, and it's obvious that they're gonna do something with Glenn. Now he might have known them, they're trying to kill him and then they become friends afterwards, I don't know, but it seemed like this is going to be a possible setup after that terrorist attack during episode 2 and episode 3. So I'm really excited to see what's going on. Now, there was some significance in this episode with like the camera angles and scenes where they put a bit more focus on certain things. One of the ones that I wanted to talk a bit about was this pendant that the maid gives to the queen. So I kind of thought this was some sort of like device to kill the queen or something for some reason. Like, whenever you see someone giving an object to like a person of royalty or high power, and it gives that weird like close up, you're kind of thinking that something bad's gonna happen, but it doesn't. Though Rumia does recognize it when she sees the queen, which is her mother, and it's just great. Like, she recognizes it, so it can't be all that bad, but there has to be something that's very important about that necklace. Maybe it amplifies power or something, or it's the key to something. It kind of looks like that, like you place it into something and something opens up, but I really don't know. But yeah, so this is just the initial part of the magic tournament. I'm not gonna say arc because I kind of doubt it's an arc, but it could be an arc during a light novel or manga. I'm not too sure. I think this is based off a light novel because the title of it's pretty long. Yeah, but I do enjoy the slice of life thing that they're giving us and how the novel presents it, and the anime giving us the scenes. And I have to comment on the OST this episode during the tournament scenes. There's this one track that had this bass just slapping it all over the place, and it was just hype. I think it played during the gravity flying thing event, and I think it played a bit more after that. But it was a really good track. Like, I'm more of a guitar guy, but hearing that bass just slapping it all up, it's just great. So it concludes my review of Akashic Records. What do you guys think of the episode? And it's more slice of life centric focus in this one. And what do you think of the foreshadowing? What do you think might happen in the future episodes? Leave a comment down below. Leave a like or dislike, whichever one. If you didn't like or you did like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. If you do like the content, I do anime reviews seasonally. Share the video. Follow me on Twitter. I also have a Patreon if you want. Not mandatory at all. And I'll be seeing you on the next video. raiyamo out. See ya.